Right.
There they are, right out there.
Hey, guys.
All right, koalas are one of the most beloved Australian animals, of course, but unfortunately they choose to live in areas that are often under threat. Sometimes they need a little love.
Yeah, but tracking them down can be a little tricky unless you have a highly trained four-pawed assistant. We sent our Paul Marshall out to meet the koala's new best friend.
Four paws? Has he got four?
It's just a 200-metre crossing to Raymond Island in Victoria's Gippsland Lakes. A little place with lots of koalas.
Sometimes there are koalas in the car park, in the trees at the car park.
So many, it's the place to come if you're trying to teach a dog to find koalas in the trees.
Come on, Paris, let's go. Come on, girl.
Jim Shields and his nephew Jake have Paris, a 4-year-old Labrador.
Our working vest on. There you go, sweetheart.
They live in New South Wales now, but Jim was originally from Texas and Jake from Kansas.
Jake, do you see many koalas in Kansas?
Not a one, actually. Let's find her. Let's find her. Where's those koalas?
Jim's an ecologist and retired university lecturer.
If you want to do research on koalas, you need to find them.
He came up with dogs as a way of protecting koalas in the path of property developments or fires.
One of our biggest employers has been the Rural Fire Service, or the CFA, who want to do a burn in koala habitat, but they don't want to cook the koalas in the process.
Training starts with a scent and a toy koala.
Where's it at, Paris? Where's it at? Where's it at? Huh? Huh?
That's
Oh,
it, good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You got the look, you got the looks. There are the two things they need to do. Find the scent and find the target, and then tell us when they find it. Her indication is to sit down underneath the tree and look up.
No, let's find Katie. Let's find her. Let's find her. Let's find her. Come on. Where's Katie at? Where's Katie at, huh?
You'll have heard Jake and me using the command, find Katie, find Katie. We often work in suburban areas, and the last thing I wanted to do was be seen in a public park telling my big black dog to get the koala, get the koala. Find Katie is nice and neutral, and it sounds playful. Up there, and then the sit, we know we have to just look up and there's a koala.
Here? Come on, let's find her.
It ended up being a very hard program to be able to work with because you've got to try and get a dog to find a koala which is 50 feet high in a tree.
Gary Jackson is a dog trainer who's been helping Jim and Jake from the start.
Gary, how many dogs have you trained?
I've trained over 20,000 dogs.
No, really.
20,000 dogs over 31 years.
That's a lot of dogs.
It is a lot of dogs, yeah, yeah. Come, Paris, good girl, yeah, good girl.
He's trained lots of pets, but environmental detection dogs too. Dogs to find lizards and cane toads, explosives and old human bones. And he trained Jim's first koala dog, Oscar.
The first dog was a brilliant success.
Good boy. Good pup. Good boy. Okay, up at his hind legs.
You can tell if he stood up on the tree, there was a koala there. And Oscar was the first koala dog. He was a real star.
He was a good mate.
He was a good mate. He was my constant companion and best friend.
They're all here on Raymond Island training Paris because Jim lost Oscar, trying to get a koala off a busy road one night in Port Macquarie.
Unfortunately, Oscar got really excited when we got that close to a koala on the ground, ran out into the traffic, and was killed by an oncoming car. Can't blame the driver of the car. He was a black dog, couldn't see him, ran right out in front of him.
Must have been a hard night.
Yeah, it was not very good. I loaded Oscar up in my car the next day and took him and buried him in a very large, underneath a large koala feed tree in a wilderness area.
Paris isn't as good as Oscar yet, but she's learning.
And she's been coming along well, but she's still a little lapdog, I think.
Both Gary and Jim say it's really important to get the right sort of dog with the right temperament. A dog running out of the bush with a koala in its mouth just wouldn't be a good look.
Would you like to say hello? She absolutely loves kids.
Oh, look at this, Addie. I think you've just made a best mate.
They've all spent so much time on this, if they don't quite look like koalas yet, they can sound like them.
I'll give it a go.
Can you make a koala noise?
I'm not going to. No, that's quite upsetting. I don't feel comfortable with that.
You got a friend in me.